Glorious. How you going, mate? I actually don't even know your actual real name.
Should we introduce?
My actual name is Ercan.
Ercan.
And that's why I have the glorious_E in my name.
There we go.
Because you know what? We were like, is it Glorious C, E, or D? We couldn't remember.
Nah, I mean, you can call me Glorious D, though.
Hello.
No.
Very nice
So,
D, yeah.
so to be honest, how I got my name, let me just give you guys a small introduction. In 2014, I started playing Counter-Strike. I actually played a lot. Not that I started, but I had to choose a name. And I heard a song called Glorious.
Da-da, glorious, glorious.
The thing is, I'm not quite sure which one of it was. But I heard the lyric Glorious. And I was like, dude, that's going to be my name. And I was like, it has to be that.
Yeah.
And then my name was Glorious at the start.
Yep.
And then it had to be more personal. So I chose _E.
_E.
_E. I know the _E is kind of like underscore.
Yeah.
Why does he have an underscore in his name?
Feels awkward.
Yeah, but I was like, dude, it has to be personal and it has to be something people remember.
Yeah.
So _E.
The assistant just
Now,
came and brought us
speaking of
coffee.
personal, we don't have Jared at the moment because we've made him our coffee bitch today. And he's added a little personal touch for our coffees.
Oh,
The audio is recording, right, Michael?
Yes, it is.
Is there a
'Cause
reason
that's-
the camera is definitely off center though?
No, remember when I said to you guys it's like that, and we said
Appreciate
Nafa can crop it.
Nah, if I can crop it.
Anyway, we actually haven't introduced like the whole podcast. We just went straight into it.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're doing extra stuff, I guess.
Okay.
Hi, guys, and welcome back to the Before Death podcast. Today, we are with our beautiful guest, Glorious E, and obviously Michael Sturdicki and myself, Pestilly. That's it. That's intro.
No, and if you do hear in the background some murmuring of people, we are actually in the business center on the first floor of
The Tivoli Hotel.
The Tivoli
or
Hotel.
it said
Tivoli.
Tivoli.
Tivoli. Tivoli.
Tivoli.
There's no V.
Tivoli. Tivoli.
Come on. Yes, sir.
Oh.
So yeah,
That's why the Danish language is really hard.
I thought it was
'Cause
supposed to
some
be
of the
like-
words we don't really say it.
yes. Now I think Paul. Do you want to steer this one?
I'm happy to.
think you should.
Go on. I had a question, but I want you to
So
steer.
the only thing I really know about you, besides obviously your gaming stuff,
Yeah.
is you were a kindergarten teacher.
Actually, not a
Wow.
kindergarten. No.
Okay,
I
okay,
have
okay.
a bachelor. I have a bachelor's degree on social. I can't say this word. Teaching.
Teaching.
Right?
Teaching.
Teaching.
I like teaching better.
I can't say it, but my chat is always bullying me by saying social cheater because I can't say
Can
that
you say
word.
tree?
Tree. Tree.
That's great.
So I have a bachelor degree on social teaching.
Yep.
I've been working with kids over 6 years. Kids with and without special needs.
Yep.
Okay.
I've been working in a what do you call it? With youngsters in a jail.
Yep.
Oh,
Juvenile.
Juvenile,
Yep.
yeah.
Juvenile. I've been working in a juvenile as well.
Oh, those delinquents. I spent some time. No, I didn't, but almost.
So that's what I do. That's what I did before becoming a full-time streamer.
What steered you in that direction?
So basically, now we're going into details and a lot of private stuff. But let me tell you like this.
you can say whatever you feel comfortable saying.
I mean, we always talk about it. Like, I'm straight up. Like, I come from a very rough place, neighborhood, and I have two
Is it
older
that
brothers
Yeah, in Denmark.
in Denmark.
There's rough
Christiana?
places in Denmark.
Oh, there's quite a
Christiana?
lot.
Is it Cristiano?
No. That's like where you can, like, that's the free place where you can do whatever you want.
Okay, we'll be talking about that later, I'm sure.
So the
Yeah,
lower
yeah.
socioeconomic areas of
Let me say it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a ghetto.
Yeah.
Think about it like that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I didn't have any role models when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I had my two older brothers, and they weren't really the best role models.
Well, it's hard to be a role model when you're a kid as well.
Yeah. So I was looking up to my brothers when I was younger and a kid, and unfortunately, took the wrong decisions. So when I got older, I decided, you know what? I want to give the kids a better role model.
Yeah.
And I want to be the guy who kind of breaks down the chains and make them look up to me and like go the path that I went.
Give good opportunities.
Yeah,
as well.
and it
That's
doesn't
awesome.
have to be through gaming, but just like living.
Living in a positive way. That
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
I understand what you're trying to say, yeah.
So yeah, that was the reason why, and also because I had an older brother I had an older brother who passed away, who was very sick, who was autist, what do you call
Autistic?
it? Autistic, yeah, autistic. So when he passed away, and I decided, you know what, I just want to help, like genuinely, just want to help, not like all of them. Like it has, like that's why I took the education in being able to help people with special needs and not special needs, and like people with criminal backgrounds, and like so the gap is wide.
Yeah.
I can literally just teach anyone.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So that was the reason why I took my education.
That's a really cool
as I
purpose.
did.
Yeah.
So
Can I ask one more personal question
Yeah,
that you
of
don't have to
course.
go delve into? So you're talking about how you had two older brothers that weren't the greatest role models, and you also had a brother that passed away who
Yeah.
was autistic.
yeah.
What age were you when all this kind of happened for you? Because that's really kind of a defining moment in a young man's life.
It happened through my entire life, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like since I was in a kindergarten,
Wow.
I've been going through all this.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been that easy. Let
No.
me say it like that. But we made it happen, I guess. Right?
Oh, led you here.
Yeah,
Man,
exactly.
you're making a
You've
difference.
definitely
That's
made
awesome.
your own made your own opportunity by the
Yeah.
sounds of it.
So
And even not teaching, you're still a role model for people on Twitch, though.
I mean, I'm trying. I'm
Yeah,
trying.
that's
Like,
awesome.
There are children on Twitch too, mate.
I mean,
Depending on the
I
community.
don't know, I'm just saying, even if he's not in a classroom, he still has a positive
I
influence.
mean, to be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah.
it's not that I want to be a role model. That was never my intent. Like intention.
You just want to do.
I
the
just
right
want to
thing,
have
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's why I was on Twitch. I just wanted to have fun. It wasn't even meant to. Like I didn't even start streaming to become a streamer. First, I was working in a school, and when I came home, I just gamed. And people were telling me, "Hey, dude, you just start your stream and let's just watch you, and
Yeah.
we can have fun." Like
What-
a community, like some friends just watching each other on Discord.
Yeah.
Mine was just on Twitch.
Were you a bit of a? I don't know if you understand the word larrikin, but the life of the party a little bit.
Well, let me
with your friends.
let me
like, I was-
introduce my first. Let me explain my first introduction
All right,
for
go on,
Glorious. I'm hosting Punisher tournament. I think it was either 1 or 2. One. And there's me and Dan Giesling. We're going through all the people. And then we switch over to this man, Glorious. And he is like fragging people left, right, and center. And at the exact same time, singing Destiny's Child.
Fantastic.
I'm a survivor. In that moment, I shit you not, he won over more people than I could fathom. Like they were just like, chat blew up. They were loving it. It was really cool because everyone's like super serious. Like I gotta get them all.
Yeah, I was
and
just
then he's just like,
I mean, that's the purpose. Like, I'm like this. I don't want to be a sweaty gamer. Like, I just want to chill and have fun and make people's day.
Yeah.
Like, because nobody wants to watch someone who's like sweaty, doesn't read the chat, and just genuinely just trying to win all the time.
Yeah.
People want to see someone just having fun
Yeah.
because then they have fun. You know,
it's contagious.
It is. And if the vibes are good, the whole stream is good. And
I
it doesn't need to
completely
be
agree.
like one guy who's only like no shots to anyone.
No, name him.
Yeah,
We're here to shame people.
No, but no, I mean like streamers who only reacts on donations. Like, come on, bro, look to the chat. Talk with the chat.
Yeah.
You know, I know some people can't do it because they have like thousands of people writing at the same time.
I've seen him do it. It's insane.
I've seen. I mean, I watch Pestily myself, and like, and I see people like sometimes it's impossible for him as well because you're trying to put up a good show, you're trying to game at the same time, trying not to die, and also people asking questions at the same. Sometimes it's impossible. It is, and also in tricky situations when you're in a gunfight, no way. Like there's just no way. Unless you be like, oh fuck it, if I die, I die. Like, no, just read that message.
That's pretty much my attitude these days.
I mean, like,
Because honestly, if you're not there for the people, then it's just you. Yeah.
Wasn't that really what? Have you discovered what that's because you're also a Twitch streamer as well? Have you three discovered that more and when in playing games, it's less about playing the game and being good about it, more about how you interact with your community?
I suck at games, so yeah.
So if anybody's actually sitting out there going, I need to be, I know there's a big thing about, you know, people getting to Twitch and also getting a career out of it, but your encouragement for people that do want to get into things is more about how you entertain your community, less about how good you are at the actual game.
Unless you're like top tier platinum of League of Legends or CS, then yeah.
It does help to be good at games,
Yeah.
but I always feel like it's always been like a bit of a trifecta of you want to be like you can be one of three things, but if you got all three, you're almost perfect for it.
Yeah.
You want being good at games gets you a portion of the way. Being knowledgeable of a game can get you a long way as well.
Yeah.
And then being entertaining, and if you can be all three of those, then people they gravitate towards you.
It's like the singing, acting, dancing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can you do any of that?
we can
I
sing.
mean, I can try to sing.
yeah.
Like, it's not that I have a great
I
voice.
bet you can dance.
Nah,
Are those
I'm
like
thick,
snap?
but nah.
Are those snap off pants as well?
Nah. I don't know why I chose this, but it was like tracksuit.
Oh, it's
yeah,
looking
I've
good.
been wearing
yeah.
this outfit for 3 days. So welcome
I
to
showered for
traveling.
you. It was my first shower in 2 days.
I didn't.
Oh, let's
I jumped
go.
in a pool yesterday and I was like, that'll do for
I mean,
you.
that counts.
I know.
That counts. That counts. So the thing that I wanted to say about that, so what you were mentioning about, like being either super good or being very like communicating with the chat all the time or like having a lot of knowledge, I 100% agree with that. Like, because you don't necessarily have to be good at the game to actually make it on Twitch.
Aqua FPS is the perfect example.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I like him. He's so nice.
But he's not good at games.
Any game.
yeah.
Shout
out to you, Aqua.
if you're watching Aqua FPS, you're shit.
Or Anton.
Hey, Anton's my boy.
I love Anton too. I love him. Shout out to him. But yeah, like it's not only about being a sweaty gamer. Like it's just, I guess, with all the stuff that is going on in the world, I think people just want to have a place to just plug off.
Yeah, switch
Yeah,
off.
switch off. And I think that's what people are looking for. You know, some place to just chill, forget everything about what's going on in the world, and just have a great time.
So I got a question for you then. What do you do for that? Because obviously you play video games 8 hours a day,
That's my escape.
and I know, but you do other stuff.
So
Look at you.
basically,
You
let me
built
tell you.
like a brick shit
All
house.
right.
I think
So-
we know what he does when he's
Alright.
off stream. Yeah, he goes to the gym.
All right. Let me tell you my day routine. What I do every single day, and I don't have a day off. Only in like streaming part, like apart the stream, I have a day off in my every Saturday. But I'm busy on my Saturdays because that's where I need to do stuff.
Catch up in real life.
Basically, just keep
Be an adult?
pretty much. So Monday, no, actually, from Sunday to Friday, I wake up. Today I woke up at what? 4
in the morning, you
Yeah,
said.
4 in the morning. I said, you know what? Let me get up. My daughter's up, so I get up. I took care of my daughter, and she went to bed. Afterwards, I went to the gym, had leg day, with no sleep.
Is there a big difference of leg day with sleep, no sleep?
Oh, yeah.
I don't do anything with legs.
Trust. If you know, you know. Anyway, I did. I went to the gym, came home, took a shower, got some food, started the stream.
How long is your gym routine?
Depends. It depends how much energy.
long was
I
it today?
have. Today was an hour.
I have
Today
a
was an
question
hour.
for you.
Yeah.
How does Decky get abs?
Yeah, this is a very good question.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Someone
go
in the
ahead.
background is giving him
Check out
advice.
Listen,
the physique.
abs is all about the fat. What do you call it? Percent.
Fat percentage.
Body fat
Yeah, body
percentage.
percentage.
Exactly. So if you have a low body fat, you'll get your abs.
So I should starve myself.
No, it's all about the calorie intakes. Like if you have,
No calorie intake means quicker abs.
it means like calorie deficit. That's what it's all about.
Jared's right. Yeah, we've been having a major discussion. Jared's my personal trainer.
Yeah.
And I was like, I came on the trip and I was like, Jared, I need to get abs.
Jared,
and he was all
show
like,
him your abs.
and he was all like, yeah, we could do that while we're on the trip. Just don't eat. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm starving to death
I mean,
right
you
now.
have to like work out is only going to help out a lot more. But calorie deficit is definitely the way to get abs. Less fat, more like you're gonna have abs regardless.
That's what he said. He's like, you got abs under there. Everybody does.
Exactly. Everyone has.
That's why I don't do it. I'm like, well, if they're there,
Oh, I don't do it either.
Yeah.
Like that's
I've
the
got-
only thing I don't work out
I
because
stick with the dad bod.
the same here.
Yeah.
Like I decided, you know what? I became a dad now to embrace it. So like, there's no way other around.
So cake and ice cream every night.
So pretty much back to the subject.
I like that he's keeping us on track with the podcast.
No, it's just because I like
No,
as
this
I
is
was
good
saying,
because we were getting distracted.
No, it's because as I was saying, I gotta focus, otherwise I'll
Get confused with the English.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And to give context, Glorious here, English is his third language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas it's our first.
And I struggle with my first.
Yeah.
So well, basically start the stream 8 hours every day, close it, spend some time with my family, and I do the same thing next day. So I have my daughter right after when I close the stream. I take my daughter, tell my wife, now you have some couple hours for yourself. Just do whatever you want.
Don't put me to shame.
You know, like if you want to go out, you go out. If you want to be with your friends, you go out. Stay with your friends.
Yeah.
I'll take her and put her to sleep afterwards, and then we
Wow.
spend some time afterwards. So
So you putting both of us to shame now.
nah. So basically, when my daughter sleeps, I make sure to spend some time with my wife.
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember her too.
Yeah,
'Cause she's the
agreed.
one who's allowing you to play video games the entire day.
Yeah.
So and I do the same thing next day. Every day.
Yeah.
A man of discipline.
I mean, you gotta have.
And routine.
Yeah, but you gotta
that's
have.
everything that I'm not.
Yeah. When 2 more kids come into the mix though and you've got 3, that discipline becomes like juggling knives
Oh,
and
yeah.
all sorts of things. And you're like, I've got this down. And then it's just like chaos. Yeah. And then my wife and I get to the end of the night, we're just like, don't be near me.
I
Love
mean,
you, babe.
we all have some of those days, all right? Like
Yeah.
you're tired and you're just like, babe, please, not today. I just
We don't need a second.
yeah, just let me just chill today. Like, let me just watch a movie and
Yeah.
sleep. Like,
My
that's
wife's
just
like,
it.
I've had 3 kids on me all day. Get off.
Sometimes my wife knocks on the door, like because of the noise gate, you can't hear it, and I'm like, oh shit. And then she joins the chat and she writes, "It's time now." And I'm like, "Chat, the boss has spoken. I gotta go. I'm sorry, everyone, but I gotta go." So yeah,
No.
but yeah, that's my day routine, and like that's what I do every single day, with no day off. Like
Yeah.
I go to the gym 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wow. 7 days a week.
Yeah.
That's very big commitment.
But that doesn't really necessarily means that I'm working out. Like sometimes I just go on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Is that what you call it?
I was half expecting you to say, I thought to just go there and watch people.
Hang out with the boys, dude. Yeah.
just in the corner.
No, for real though. So if I don't carry heavy weights, I just either
Cardio.
Yeah.
Yeah, cardio.
I only ever went to the gym purely just to listen to books and on the treadmill. And then sometimes I do that thing that does this with the arms.
Oh yeah.
Like, but it's got the little like,
Yeah, the
so it's not
biceps
hard
one.
at all, but you know, like I'll just work on that bit of my arm. I'm quite a gym buff. So
So yeah, that's what I do every day.
Sick. Oh, routine is important.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pest
definitely.
is all about routine.
Yeah. When I get to the end of these trips, the first thing I'm like excited for is like I'm gonna get back to my routine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like get up in my morning, do my stream, do my exercise.
What time are you waking up? Like
So I ride my bike to where I stream from now.
Yeah?
'Cause I bought a gamer house.
yeah, I saw that.
it's called
I saw
the
it. Congrats.
Broden.
The Broden.
Yeah. Nice.
And
Congrats.
so I ride down to that. So usually somewhere between 3:30 and 3:45 I get up.
In the morning.
Yeah.
What time do you sleep?
doesn't?
I go to bed between 8 and 9.
Okay.
But
So what do you do in some of those days where you just can't fall asleep? When you
mate,
can't
I
fall asleep. Oh, you do. You like
does.
there's no.
So my mind, I think I have ADHD or ADD or something,
Yeah?
something like that. Because I'm
It's not thinking
As
anymore.
we
It's
know,
confirmed.
We
Yeah.
are very aware of
so
the situation.
I can't stop like processing shit all
Yeah?
the time. I'm always like, I'm driving along in the car and it's usually the best place I can get some sort of relaxation. But generally I'm always going like, oh, Michael, what if we do this? Decky, how about we do this? Jared,
and
oh my God,
for
I've
me,
thought about this.
that's very stressful because we've already planned something.
So my,
Oh yeah. Okay.
my
I
wife brought
see.
him on board to keep me under control.
That's how. Yeah.
So my mind is like, duh. So even on this trip, I'm like, oh, when we get home, we could try and do this. Oh, what about if we do this? Because I just love trying new things and all that kind of stuff. So by the time I get to the end of the day, my head hits that pillow and I'm asleep like that. And my wife,
I mean, that's a good thing
hates
though.
me.
Oh,
Fucking hates me for it.
what about with the kid? You recently got a kid as well.
Yeah.
So
she's just over 1 now.
oh, that's nice. Congrats
Yeah.
with that.
Thank you.
Do you wake up middle of the night to take care of her?
No.
Him, her,
Her. Yeah.
You
no,
don't?
I don't.
Okay, I do that.
Yeah. You're
And
a gentleman.
No, it's not because I want to be a gentleman. It's just because I just can't sleep when something is like small noises.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh, you go in there to deal with the situation.
Bro, I can't. I'm like, no, not in that way. But
Very much.
then like I just wake up and I'm
Yeah.
like,
No,
fuck, I gotta sleep. I gotta wake up in like 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
I need to sleep.
So the first like 6 months, I was like, I'll do every nappy change even in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So she would cry. I'd get up, do the nappy change, and by the time I did the nappy change, my wife was ready to feed her.
Oh, okay.
And I did that for the first 4, 5, or 6 months.
Okay.
But it got to the point where I was just ran to the ground.
Yeah.
Because like I average like a 12-hour workday, and then by the time I get home, help out with cooking and all that other stuff. Like if I need like 5 hours uninterrupted sleep. That's like the bare minimum for me. 6 is like on point. These guys know it. Like I go to bed at midnight at 6 a.m. I'm ready to go.
It's very
Doesn't
nice.
matter. It doesn't matter when he goes to bed.
Yeah,
6
especially-
a.m. He's always ready to go.
Yeah, and especially when we're like, oh, we're all going to sleep in tomorrow, and it's like still 6 a.m. He wakes up.
So what I do is I leave.
Yeah.
I leave these guys and let
I mean,
them
that's a
sleep.
good thing, though.
Yeah, I go for a walk.
Yeah,
or
100%. 100%. Have you done
otherwise
it in
I'm-
Denmark so far?
I got up at 7 and I did the washing. I got a taxi to like a laundromat cafe.
Yeah.
And got the washing done there. Had breakfast. Called my wife.
Perfect.
And then walked around the city for about 3-4 hours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Can I
man
ask
of
you,
routine.
did you like Denmark?
I love it here.
You love it?
Honestly. He wants to move to Christiania.
Okay, I don't know about that. It was very cool.
I know. I know. I don't.
You don't.
I never heard of it. Heard of it. Never been there.
Honey.
I discovered that along kind of the jetty along the river.
Yeah.
Everybody just sunbathes topless.
Well, of course.
And it's almost like encouraged. I feel like taking off my top.
Do it.
I was on the phone with the kids, like walking across,
Oh.
and I was like, "Yep,
I'm gonna call you back.
I'm concentrating." I told my wife, she's like, "You got to take the wins."
Yeah. And I just love everyone was really friendly. I spoke to probably about a dozen people,
Yeah.
just either briefly or in more depth. And
I mean, they do say Denmark is one of the most happiest countries in the world.
I read that. It's gotten that award like multiple times.
Would you guys agree?
I assume so.
I don't know. I didn't realize there was a ghetto of Denmark.
Well,
I'd have to ask you. Is it the happiest place in the world?
I mean, so it's not like ghetto as you see in the movies, but there is nasty stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like there's like in every country you can find some nasty stuff
Yeah.
below the radar.
Yeah.
And yeah, like there is. You just got to look for it, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Go to some go to some places in Denmark. You'll find people who's
Yeah. But in terms of
dangerous,
how
right?
in terms of how everything is generally run as a country, it seems to be quite.
Oh yeah,
easygoing.
I mean, we don't really have that many people here in Denmark either. We're like 6 million, I think, 6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a big city.
Some places, yeah. Like if you go to New York, like it's
12 million now, I think it
yeah,
is.
exactly.
That's
So-
silly.
Well, Sydney's 5 million. Melbourne's 5 million now.
How many's in Adelaide?
1. I love it.
Like in South Australia?
Probably like 1.5.
I love us.
I know,
That's where
I
we
love
live, and it's great.
Everyone's like, oh, Adelaide's such a shithole.
And we're just like, yeah, it is. Go away.
Because I
Stay
don't want
away.
the infrastructure will not hold up if it
Yeah.
like doubled in population.
Okay.
The city would just crumble. So I love it. There's no traffic or it's minimal.
And that's why
traffic
we
and all
have so
that.
much space here in Denmark as well. Like because we're just not that many.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
very like Copenhagen itself is a very spacious city,
Yeah.
which I found very interesting.
Yeah.
A lot
Like
of
low
parks and
buildings,
green
but
areas
like
too.
there's a lot of area.
Yeah. There
love it.
is.
But
there
it's
is.
still walkable / definitely bikeable.
I mean, that's a good thing about Copenhagen. Like you don't have to own a car if you live in Copenhagen. Bike, the train, the metro. It's just spot on.
Yeah.
You'll get anywhere.
but it's also not super claustrophobic like
Oh,
New York or
not at
something.
all.
So
No,
yeah,
not at
it's a
all.
cool mix of still being walkable,
Exactly.
but
100%.
having room.
100%.
I think it's like this is gonna. Moxie will hate me for saying this, but like compared to the Netherlands as well, I actually feel like it's a lot more spacious than there too.
Yeah, you hear that, Moxie?
And I didn't really like. I enjoyed living in the Netherlands. I wouldn't move back there.
Yeah.
I could move here. From what I've seen so far.
Okay.
We still love you, Moxie.
You hear that in
But
Netherlandians?
what makes you really want to, like, not really, but what makes you want to move here?
It feels very like
Forward thinking.
forward thinking, which is something I always appreciate. And And
Do you like the lack of rubbish?
there's no rubbish.
What does that mean? I'm sorry.
Trash. No trash.
Oh, yeah. It's clean. It's clean.
And I love how everyone's on a bike.
Yeah.
They're trying to make all the cars electric. All that kind of stuff just makes me go like, wow, this is just a nice place.
But it
And everyone's
isn't
really
like
friendly.
that anywhere, like everywhere, like with the bike and stuff like that. If you go outside from Copenhagen, it's just because it's almost impossible to find parking lots in Copenhagen. So that's why people decide, you know what, I'll take a bike, easy. I can always park it in a sidewalk.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why.
So it's just not
Is
all of
there-
Denmark. It's
You're
just
just,
Copenhagen.
you're just saving a lot of time
Yeah.
by taking the bike or the metro or
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Now, I'm pretty ignorant on this, but besides Copenhagen, is there anywhere else in Denmark that people live? Because when we drove out to the tallest mountain, there was nothing. Like some
Not to
guys
mention-
came and met us, and they're from what town or city?
It's the place where the ferry that goes across the water,
Towards where?
Copenhagen, the big ferry. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, but to Sweden or
No,
to...
to Denmark. It starts with A. Like our
They live near the
Aarhus.
tallest mountain in
Aarhus.
Denmark.
That's
Aarhus,
Jylland. So
Yep.
basically, right now, you guys are in Sjælland,
the shitland. Yeah.
the Shetland, or the Devil's Island. That's what they like to call it.
Really?
Yeah. Because we like devil. No, we don't. No, we don't. But that's what they. No, that's what they say because.
I mean, you guys did just have the Copenhagen Fest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's true. But it's because they say every bad thing happens here in Sjælland.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Compared to Jylland.
Oh, okay.
It's because
Jutland,
nothing's
have
out
y'all
there.
heard? Most likely, yeah. I mean, they have Aarhus
Yeah.
and Aalborg.
We
which
were
also
we were
are-
going to get the ferry back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because of you, we
Because of
drove
you.
back.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
That's right.
We had to
Sincerely.
hurry.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
He did the driving.
He did the driving. Look at a specimen
Thank
he
you.
is.
I mean, bro, he looks like a fucking giga chat.
I know. Look at
Dude,
that.
I see those biceps and the veins.
I'm a happily married man of 10 years, but I'm considering things.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
We brought Jared along as our muscle. So
Yeah,
if we
I
need
see
He
that.
stuff,
literally
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
my bag up every mountain.
I see that. I see that.
so we need to lift stuff.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, but no. What can you tell us about Cristiano?
Nothing.
I mean,
it doesn't
let's
exist.
break it down for anybody that's not familiar. So,
Yeah.
when we came in, I put up the Instagram story being like, I'm looking to get in some shit in Copenhagen.
Oh, yeah.
What is there? I was like, abandoned buildings, something else, like, something I can steal. Like, well, let me get into some trouble. And somebody DM'd me, and we actually met him today at the Hill, and he was all like, there's a like anarchist Freetown in Copenhagen. And when he said in Copenhagen, I thought it was going to be like an hour out and I'd have to get a taxi or something. But then I looked it up and I was like, oh no, that's like, it's right here. It's like 15 minutes from the hotel. I was like, this is sick. And so like, I was all like, I looked up a little bit and it's like, don't film and you're fine.
Yeah.
So I spent like all day yesterday over there. It was awesome. The only people I talked to were some Irish guys that I drank a couple of beers with, and the guy I bought weed from, allegedly.
I mean, there's no rules there.
We're pretty sure it was
That's
a
what they
cigarette.
say.
Yeah, mostly tobacco.
Yeah. You paid €7 for a cigarette. And you had to haggle that as well.
A single one, right?
Yeah.
So no, but I mean, I've been there. It's nice. It's not. You don't even have to smoke anything to be there. Like just the way people are treating each other. It's nice. It's cozy and
Yeah, very hippie-ish.
yeah, exactly. And everyone is just like, oh, dude, you here, dude? Just sit right next to me and we can just have a chat. And nobody's really like, nobody cares.
Yeah.
And that's what's nice about it.
Yeah.
I think was it you that described it as like a music festival that never ended.
We both did, yeah. It's kind of
pretty
like,
much,
a music
pretty much,
festival,
yeah.
a hippie music festival, and then they
Indeed.
all just like didn't leave, and they stayed for 50 years.
Yeah. And the only thing they don't like, that's the law. And that's the only thing they don't like. That's the law.
Yeah.
And the law enforcement. I mean, they say that, like, they are the ones who says that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they love everyone.
Yeah.
And they genuinely don't care who you are, where you're from, and what you believe in.
Oh, wow.
That's what we're like, because Jared and I both went yesterday, not together, but like separate times. And like we were telling them about it, and they're like, we were like, everybody's like super nice. It's the
Yeah.
type of place where like you end up going, and Jared was like, you could end up having like a tea with somebody, and then you realize that you're not ever leaving. But it's like, yeah, super friendly, but yeah, they just
Indeed.
sell drugs.
that's the downside of that place. Like they do sell drugs and people do take drugs, and it's just that's unfortunate, right? But other than that, it's a very chill place, indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Not that I've ever been there.
Allegedly.
I mean, you can walk through. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shortcut.
So yeah,
I too have never been there allegedly.
I respect that.
Enchanté.
Well, when did you go?
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make it sound less suspicious for him.
Okay,
Saying
well, I'm
one for
going
this
there
year.
later if you want to join me.
I mean, I gotta go to
A
what do you call
thing.
birthday party?
Yep.
My wife's. So
Yes.
I
can't
gotta
join
be
us, yeah.
I gotta be.
Yeah, that's you
Focus.
cutting it fine, son.
Oh, dude.
Have you bought a present? Well,
I
this is
actually
coming out in a
have.
month.
I actually have.
Time, so you
Last
can
year,
reveal
I
it.
forgot her birthday.
Oh.
Bro, tell me about it. I had to buy a trip to London to save it, to make it up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I was in trouble. But I make it work. I made it work.
Yeah.
And this year, I went a little bit over the top.
Oh.
Got lots of things for her, and also arranged a birthday party with her family today.
Yep.
And then
That you should be at.
yes, sir. And then me and her and my daughter is tomorrow. So we're gonna like celebrate it 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
Just to make it up.
Wow.
Do you know what I do to get through the thing of like, I might have forgotten or I can't go to as much effort? I'm
me
like,
hear.
we're doing a birthday month. You just like
Smart.
randomly, sporadically be like,
Smart.
"Oh, but now my kids have caught on with it. It's getting to the point now where my daughter had her birthday recently and she's just like, it's okay, it's a birthday month.
Awesome.
The worst thing about my wife's birthday is on New Year's Eve.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
right.
And so,
It ruined our whole food truck.
yeah, we had this idea that we were going to sell free food
yeah. Sell free food.
Yeah, yeah,
How do you
just
do
give
that?
it away, but
Oh,
like-
yeah. Okay.
and do it from his backyard.
Yeah, because I've got this veranda that kind of like goes over the fence that like on the
So
main road.
It's like if you went to a food truck, you know, you got to like reach
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
like pretty much his fence.
Yeah.
Oh.
So people could like go up to the fence. We're going to put a sign on the
Yeah,
fence
free
saying free
food.
food
Yeah,
on New
yeah.
Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And we were just going to, I don't know why we were going to do it, but
You just mentioned it to me, and we were just like, yeah. We looked at our wives, and you know,
they kind of like just nodded and smiled like they do with all my ideas.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were going to like just give away, I was just going to be, I wanted to give away fries,
yeah, we were gonna do. I think we decided it was gonna be fries.
all potato based stuff.
I mean, everyone loves fries,
Exactly.
right? So
That's
like,
what I
it's
said.
just
Different
like,
toppings, and yeah.
yeah, you can never go wrong with fries.
What do you think of a wings restaurant?
Like chicken wings?
Yeah,
Yeah. With hot sauces.
Never been done before, has it?
I mean, we have it everywhere.
yeah.
Don't we? But
Well, I
who
haven't
doesn't
seen one
love
here.
chicken wings, dude?
Yeah.
Especially the grilled ones.
It's been on. We've been.
bro.
Just saying. It got vetoed by one of our
One of our
business
4
partners.
Speaking of Pestily having a lot of ideas and his brain doesn't turn off, he came with the idea to open a wing shop. And he's all like, and we can have like a super spicy sauce. And I was like, man, this is really original. Wow. And he's all like, and everybody on the team was all like, let's do it. Let's put all of our money into
We literally
it.
went all out
And I was the
wings.
only one that was all like, this seems like a very poorly thought out idea considering none
up
of us
within
have
like
ever
30
owned a
seconds.
restaurant or operated one. And restaurants are like the number one thing that go under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So-
mean, I see the idea and I hear you guys and I love it.
The whole idea was based around us having a
Hot sauce.
before death hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would sell a hot sauce specifically to us.
So we don't
from us.
necessarily need a wing shop to
No.
do.
But I see where you're going because isn't it in right now? Like people are eating spicy stuff
All the
and-
time.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
see it everywhere. Like you see it on YouTube Shorts, TikTok,
Relationships.
Instagram. I mean, bro, it's just something people do now. Like it's challenge. Like it's kind of like a challenge, and some people enjoy it. Like myself, I love spice.
Yeah.
So
We definitely need to get him on for another round 2 of the hot wings challenge.
Hot wings.
Yeah,
I mean,
the hot
I
sauce
eat
challenge.
hot ones.
I love hot spice.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I
I
eat-
thought I did too until I discovered some of this hot one sauces.
I mean, I've been trying. Like I tried Carolina Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ghost. The Bomb.
Oh, he's in.
He's in.
Oh yeah, I love them.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah,
Do you-
Decky and I do not like them.
Oh,
I love spicy stuff, but I
spicy
mean,
is
once you
good.
get to like chemically hot, it just hurts your stomach.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
sucks.
Yeah, I want to say something though. I tried the Carolina Reaper and the Ghost. It's nowhere near bad as the Bomb.
Yeah.
The Bomb is like it's chemical, and your stomach hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a couple of days because it's not a fruit, it's not fresh fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just fucks up everything.
Yeah.
Just remember that. Like
So
in
does
case
the-
y'all wanna
So
give
do
it a
the
try.
McSpicy McChicken burgers from.
You don't have them here.
No, you don't.
It's Jackie's favorite
Just to
food.
give you an idea, it was so bad that he shit on someone's boat
Okay.
from 10 feet
Okay,
above
this is a
It
public
happens.
area.
hanging off the side of a bridge.
It was a pier.
Did y'all record it?
No,
I mean, as a
no.
friend, you have to record.
Yeah, Jared.
talk to Jared.
We'd already gone home. We thought these guys
They
were
sent
tucked
me
away
a
in bed.
message at 12 saying we're on the way home, and this happened at like 1:30.
I'm that kind of a friend. Like, just why not? Like, I
Film
would
it.
pull up my
Yeah.
phone up and just film it and just have a laugh.
I'll hold your hair back
No.
while you're throwing
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
We'll film it.
exactly.
We had that conversation when we were up a mountain of Albania where Jared almost died, and none of us filmed it because I think we were all like watching Jared to make sure he didn't die. And someone's like, "Why didn't you film it?" Because I'm like, I didn't want to pull out my.
And I'm like,
fucking
Jared,
camera."
would you rather me film it? And he goes, yes. So if I'm going to die, I want to document it.
They're like, "All right, do we all agree that if we're in a death situation, someone will film it?" And me and Decky are like, "No." Whereas these two are very keen to
All
film.
the content, mate.
I mean, it's not necessarily about the content, but just like, just being a douchebag against your friends. Like, they show him afterwards, dude, you cried. Look at that.
Yeah, no, I cry all the time. It's fine. Very used to that.
I would do that. I think I would.
Maybe we should get you on the team as well. He jumped out of the car the other day to throw up, and I was like, phone. Love you. Oh, God. That was.
They can't hear him anyway. He said, I love you too.
No, he didn't. He just put up his thumb and smiled at me like
He
a
did
Canadian.
not say I love you too.
Smile and wave.
He doesn't. He doesn't give me the love I give.
How much time we got? What are we up to? Because
Well-
I know Gloria's on a tight schedule.
He's on a tight schedule.
it say?
37 minutes we're on.
Oh, we've got heaps of time.
What time is your...
He said he'd give us an hour and a half. We're
Yeah,
taking
but-
the full hour and a half.
We're taking the full hour and a half. How much time we got?
We got an hour.
We got an hour.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah,
Wow,
perfect.
that's like the full session.
All right, so where does
we're
Glorious
gonna-
go from here?
Oh,
What's
wow.
your plans? Are you
What,
gonna?
no, what stage is he at now?
He's at very successful stage.
Well, I don't know anything about Glorious.
He's very
let alone
successful.
streaming.
Well, is this the peak, or is there still further up to go? Or are we gonna take a nice coast down?
I'm not
to
gonna
death?
lie, dude. I'm happy with what I am right now.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have to go up or down.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like this, I'm happy. Genuinely.
But I think you're happy. You're a generally happy person. And so
I'm just enjoying the ride. Like I've been enjoying the grind. I've been enjoying the ride. I've been enjoying where I am enjoying where I'm at right now, because like I literally come from nothing, and now I'm here. Like, not that I'm thinking that I'm something or someone. Like, don't get me wrong, but I'm just grateful.
Yeah.
Like, for what I have, and if it's gonna stay like that, if it stays like that, bro, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to be one of the top streamers in the world. Nah. Like, I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah.
Because I can provide to my family and I can live a good life.
Yeah. How long did it take you to get to that point? Because you didn't just go straight from, making a difference in kids' lives and with your Bachelor of
Yeah.
Education, teaching,
Yeah.
to
Teaching.
full-time streamer where you were able to make enough
So,
money.
I started streaming in 2017.
Yep.
I started streaming PUBG in Danish
Yes.
back then.
What is there a big difference between Danish and
Yes.
English?
The
PUBG?
audience.
What he's
Oh,
speaking
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah,
stream.
Oh, I see.
it's the same as why I stream at 4 a.m. It's because
In Danish?
My audience is European and American.
Yeah. So I had a full-time job back then.
Yeah.
So I went to, my schedule was crazy back then. It was insane.
Was this still in teaching?
Yeah, when I was still was working in a
Yeah.
school. So basically, I was waking up early in the morning, went to the gym, went to work,
Yeah.
came home, had a half an hour with my wife, eating my dinner, start the stream at 6, close the stream at 10, 11, spend some time with my wife, and did the same thing next day. I've been doing that for years until so basically I decided to stop streaming in Danish and stop playing PUBG and try Escape from Tarkov. I literally lost all my viewers. I was averaging around 50 viewers. I know, like, for some people it might be not a lot, but for someone
Yeah.
who like just
50
playing
viewers
casually,
is by far top 1%
Right.
on Twitch.
so basically, I had like 50 viewers and I lost all of them because I switched the main game and the main language. So no one was left.
Yeah.
So I had to decide, like I had to start from zero again, and I just kept going. Like even though I was this close to stop though, because I lost all motivation.
Was your wife supportive in the scenario?
She was like, "Are you sure you did the right decision? Like you switched the game and you switched the language. Are you sure? Like you went from 50 to now, like you're the only one, like literally there, and you're just talking by yourself." And I was like, I think if I just keep on going a little bit more, just a little bit more, maybe something happens. And I decided actually to only play Factory back then when Factory was actually popping a lot. I was playing Factory for every day for 4 months for 5 hours.
That's the definition of insanity.
Yeah, dude, I just had to make it. Like, and
my first like 6 months playing Tarkov was primarily on Factory.
yeah.
And I was just killing because you get more kills.
That's it, and that was my plan. That was my plan was, you know what? Get that name out. My name was Glorious TTV.
Yeah.
And
you put TTV in your
I
tag.
had TTV in my
A
tag.
brave
Yeah,
man.
I did
What is
that.
that
It's
do?
very controversial.
It's because it's a meme now, right? Like people are laughing if you have TTV in your name. Oh, it's just a TTV.
So the TTV means you're on like Twitch television.
Yeah.
So it means go to twitch.tv.
Okay.
So what I did, my name was Glorious TTV.
Yeah.
And I made sure to kill every single lobby every day.
Let those boys know.
Yeah. So people actually came in and say GG's. And maybe they were staying around.
Yeah.
And I did that every day for 4 months. And I got more and more people coming in. And then labs came. And I was like, let me give that map a try. Holy moly. It's like drugs. And I started playing every single day labs. And I couldn't get out until...
The keycard change.
Yeah, nah, not the keycard change. I actually haven't mained labs for at least 3 vibes now. I'm jumping through all the maps now because I'm like, you can't be a full-time streamer and only play one map. It just don't work like
Your
that.
mental health goes out the window.
Not only that, but like people can't relate, and then they're gonna stop watching you because if people don't play labs or they don't like labs, it's like, dude, this guy's only playing labs anyway, so why would I watch him?
Yeah.
So did he start playing before you did?
No,
No.
I'm not an alpha player.
You're not
I'm
an alpha?
No,
Well, I never technically played Alpha.
Oh.
I bought the game in Alpha, but
Yeah?
I never played it.
Oh, okay. I was like, I started playing the game after the healing animation.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing the game when there was no healing animation and you could do stuff like while healing and
Yeah.
reloading and stuff like that. But I was there when you could put your mag case in your safe container and double armor and stuff like that.
Yeah, sick.
We've talked about Tarkov.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Well, the question we asked,
He doesn't know anything about
Do you know-
Tarkov.
do you wanna know
And
about
then
my
he
first-
goes into like La La Land every time I talk about Tarkov, so we don't really talk about Tarkov much.
do you know how you played Factory for the first 6 months of Tarkov?
Yeah.
I got yelled at for the first 6 months of Tarkov from him, so I don't like Tarkov.
Oh, I feel you.
So the question that we talked about before, you're very content with where you're at. You don't need to go up or down or anything like that. Do you have any other, because this podcast is, we're all about embracing life. We're climbing mountains.
Living life to the
Living
fullest.
life to
It's
the
pretty much-
fullest.
100%.
Is there anything that you want to do, whether it be family orientated or yourself, your own personal thing that you've always gone, I've always wanted to achieve that, whether it be small as running a marathon,
Yeah.
Or playing the guitar.
playing the guitar, or
I mean,
getting your hair dyed blonde.
so let me get back to something real quick. When I first started streaming, I was not meant to, like, it wasn't the plan to get to being a full-time streamer. But when I saw it was possible, I decided to you know what, let me grind it and let me try actually to see if it can happen. On the way, I had to do lots of sacrifices. I lost a lot of friends who doesn't want to talk to me any longer because when you say no to a person, hey dude, let's hang out. Bro, I can't. Hey bro, let's go out.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't. And then they're not gonna call you any longer, right?
Yeah.
So you have to sacrifice a lot.
And a lot of people don't realize how much of that goes on.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
Because I missed out on funerals, weddings, birthday parties, because
Yeah.
I grew up in a totally different area. It's like the other side of Denmark compared to here, where we are in Copenhagen. I grew up like all the way over there, and so there was like funerals that were happening, and it's like, well, if I to go to the funeral, that's like a full day there. I've got to fly over, fly back. Like there's three days I can't stream for. And then, you know, like, oh, can you come to my birthday party? I'm like, well, dude, it's your 27th birthday party. I don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
but
I'm not
I
gonna
feel
go
you.
8
Like,
hours to get.
yeah, I feel you. Because let's be real. Being consistent on Twitch, that's the number one rule. You gotta be consistent.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, your viewers gonna fall off, and you're not gonna make
That's
as
why I
much.
take 5 weeks off at a time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Go
the,
climb mountains.
I mean, but you are putting stuff out every single day, though. Like, you're being active on your social media and you're posting YouTube videos, so you are still being active. But like, some people just think, dude, I stream 3 days a week and not putting in anything in my socials, and I hope I make it.
Yeah.
That's hard. Like, that is being lucky if you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
So the rule I always tell people is you got to be as discoverable as possible and as creative as possible.
100%.
If you can do both those two things, you can make it. But
Yeah.
it's a lot of work.
100%.
You started streaming, made a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
Where's this going?
So, and I was lucky, for real, because then we had the Pesley tournament. I played it. I came the first one. I remember.
third?
Yeah, I was number 3rd with less than, like, I had 6 games less than number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And they had 1 point. Like, number 2 had 1 point more than me, and number 1 had 2 points more than me.
It was so close.
And it was my computer. I just couldn't get into the raids.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. It was just not meant to be.
#lag.
I don't know what it was, but I had 6 games less than number 1 and 2.
So if you'd even had one more game, you would have beaten everybody.
You can't say that because
we're saying it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying
No,
it.
no,
Who was
I-
number 1 and 2 because you guys
Let's
are
do
shit.
an article about it.
no,
Arrogant streamer says.
I'm just saying, like, it was not meant to be. But on the other hand, what was meant to be was me getting a lot of discovery. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people found out about me, and then
But
the journey
I
started.
wasn't the only reason why he was successful this tournament.
No, I'm just saying. I'm
just-
saying,
it was
like,
an opportunity that happened.
Yeah, but everything started there. Like, I genuinely went from 50 to 100 viewers to 300 to 400 viewers
Yeah.
after that tourney. So the journey actually started at that tournament.
Yeah. And you know, the interesting thing about those tournaments was Toastrak, the guy that plays my dad.
Yeah.
He was on those tournaments too.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there like getting his martini ready, going into a raid. And then he's like, oh, we're about to spawn in. And he's like-
Yeah.
and he put it down and like,
That's awesome.
and it's not about like, 'cause there's the guys out there trying to frag like crazy.
Yeah.
And there's this like, my
And he'll
dad-
literally be there just being like, and we've got ABBA playing today, Dancing Queen, and I've put some anchovies in my olives.
yeah.
So that helped me a lot. And then 1G came.
Yeah.
Summit 1G.
Mm-hmm.
He came and he changed my life.
And who is Summit 1G?
I'd argue he's one of the biggest. If
Oh
not-
yeah, he is.
He's probably the biggest variety besides XQC.
Yeah, he is one of the top ones on Twitch.
Oh, so he's a streamer.
Super
he-
OG,
he's a streamer.
yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the first ones streaming on the platform. Like,
Yeah.
he's an OG. So apparently, Summit was watching my guides on for labs and was learning labs by watching my gameplay. And one day he was talking about me, and then it happened. We played together a whole day, 7 hours, duo, and he decided to raid me, and then
Yeah.
everything just went crazy.
Yeah.
And now I'm here.
Yeah.
It's,
No, we're here. You're
Yeah,
where?
I mean, like, I'm
you.
just saying, like, and now I'm a full-time streamer and actually just enjoying what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
And the grind kind of seems, you've got that routine, but it seems a lot more worth it now, all that
oh
sacrifice.
yeah, indeed. Now I just grind to keep going, and then, you know, by being able to still living the life that I'm living.
Yeah.
So
So in terms of thinking of, like, you know, is there anything else you want to achieve personally? You're not really in
no,
that space.
I got a beautiful family.
Yeah.
I got my dream job, and I don't need more.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if being bigger on Twitch, who wouldn't like that? Like, you know, like getting more views, et cetera, et cetera. Who wouldn't like that? Everyone would, right? But I'm genuinely
yeah,
thankful,
no,
like,
I understand that a lot. Yeah.
because I can provide. That's the most important thing for me. And I understood that. Some people might not understand this, but when you get a kid, everything changes.
Yeah.
Everything. Like, it's not about you any longer. And you don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I can, like, if Twitch doesn't last, I have to still have to provide for my daughter. So
Yeah.
I gotta find my job. Like, I find another job. So for me, it's all about providing.
Yeah, correct.
And obviously have fun with people from the community. Like, I can't forget those guys. Like, the community is number one as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Do you ever do catch ups with people from Denmark?
that's the thing. Let me tell you something. I'm actually really shy.
Yeah.
I can't meet with people because I'm like, who the fuck am I? No, seriously though, for real. Like, don't get me wrong, because I just don't see myself as a person that people either watch or like hang out with or look up to or something like that.
Well, to give you perspective, I feel very similar. So I don't call them meetups. I call them community catch-ups.
Yeah?
Because I think it's more about getting everyone from the community to hang out with each other.
Yeah.
Because like Ireland's a good example. That meetup there had like, a community catch-up had like 20 people.
Yeah.
And
Like
everyone's
24,
talking,
I think.
everyone's talking to everyone.
That's look, I can do that, but I can't do like the thought about people are only here for meeting me.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I don't know. It's just like people are saying, "Hey, dude, can you sign?" Nah, bro. Like, who am I to sign, dude? Like,
Yeah.
I'll take a picture with you
You're
as
just
a
a
friend.
dude.
You know, yeah. I'm
You're
just
just a
an
dude.
average dude, just having fun playing video games.
Yeah.
and I happen to be a full-time streamer now.
Yeah.
Like, I am. That's what I'm saying to everyone. Like, I'm nothing special, dude. Like, I'm just an average guy playing video games.
Yeah.
And now just for a living, and that's just it.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that a lot.
So that's why.
Because yeah, like I'm particularly like as I got more and more successful, I was just like, I'm just a guy that like still shits like everyone else. I
Yeah.
still like
You shit pretty bad. I'm just
I still do all the same things as everyone else. I go through the same mental issues and all
Yeah.
that. And so yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
So yeah, that's the thing about me. I just can't. I don't
Yeah.
know. So if I ever gonna meet with someone, it's just gonna be the purpose of everyone is just meeting each other. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be about me. I mean, you can say hi, obviously,
Go on,
right?
Dick,
But-
what are you gonna say?
I'm just a bad person. I told everybody they had to come see me or else I didn't want them in my chat anymore.
Yeah.
Eddie McBrambram, I told him he had to come out twice and he did.
he came out like 5 times. He was
He came to the mountain,
everywhere.
he came to Wales, he came to London.
I'm expecting him to walk into this podcast now. No, you've got this aura about you where persona that I want to bring my family over to your house and have a barbecue.
Bro,
And
I'm
then just
telling you
giggle.
straight out, dude. I am a guy who just likes to have fun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm chilling. Like, there's no reason to be I can be serious, obviously. In some occasions, I can be serious. I can take things serious as well. But other than that, dude, like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Let's have fun and chill, dude. Life is too short to be
It's-
all
yeah,
that
man.
serious, man.
It's such a good. We would all know, but to finally get that point where you are content, where you can finally go, I just want to chill and have fun. A lot of people can get stuck in the grind.
Oh, yeah.
Of the monotony of not
100%.
having anything exciting in their life, and it is hard to get out of that.
100%.
Michael comments to me often saying,
Yeah.
why the fuck can't you just be like, I'm just going to sit at home and play video games? And instead,
so
I'm like,
annoying.
we need to build a raft. We need to build a gaming
Just
chair.
start a wings restaurant.
I just want to go home, spend time with my family. And he's just like,
We
let's
got
build a
another
Russian car and blow it up.
I
This is
saw
like-
it, actually.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, it almost killed me.
So, yeah, Michael was waiting for the day where I'm content with playing
I
video
don't think
games.
you'll ever be content with just playing video games.
I just, for me, life is all about like experience and living it. At the end of the day, if I leave nothing to my daughter but she's obviously happy and healthy, that's important. But I just want to live my life. Like I want to go
100%.
do as much as I can, meet as many people as
Yeah,
possible.
yeah.
And obviously with my wife and daughter included, because I left them at home this time. But for me, if I'm not like, I love playing video games.
Yeah.
But I've done it 6 years now.
Yeah.
And I need to get outside more.
100%.
My physical health has plummeted since leaving the military.
Yeah.
My stress went up heaps because obviously you understand, like you're constantly grinding, you're working hard as you can, and so even though I'm not streaming for 5 weeks at a time, mental health is so much better. My physical health,
100%.
we're minimum 15,000 steps average a day,
100%.
and we're climbing mountains. And your mountain's not very.
We only
impressive.
like 4
we
Macca's
don't
burgers a
have
day.
really mountains here in Denmark. We have hills. We have hills.
They're pretty good hills.
Yeah.
We appreciate the small ones. As much
Yeah,
as the
I'm
big
very
ones.
appreciative of them. Every time they're like, it's like a 10-hour hike and there's a bunch of elevation. I'm like, fuck, why the hell am I doing this?
Because you're being paid.
Yeah, and get to the top, like, what do you think, Michael? Like, my legs hurt. That's what I think. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, I think that's the thing, man. People also forget. Like, if they on the grind set, they also have to enjoy life, man. Like, do it because you like it.
Yeah.
You know, like life is too short. Like I know some people are forced to do whatever like they don't like because they either have to provide or like I don't know, be in a situation where they just don't have any other options.
Yeah.
I think in those situations, and I'm not a professional life coach person, but just having a plan, even if it's a basic one, like I want to try and move to this new career path or whatever, it's just it helps because like when I had to leave the military, like I was miserable. I hated it there, and I was like I need to try and do something else. And I was like I'm going to take. I had maybe about $4,000 in my bank account. Yeah, my wife just got a new job, which was lucky. And I was like, I'm going to take 3 months and just rediscover myself a bit. So I took those 3 months and I said, at the end of it, I'll start a job, even if it's a shit job.
Yeah.
And that's when I started streaming. And I did it for fun to make some friends and I went fishing. And after those 3 months, I was like, I think I can make something of this streaming stuff. And that's how I got into streaming.
Yeah.
But I was not happy in my life choices of a career path and I needed to change. And without that change, I would not be here right now. Like I'd still be in the military.
And being
putting my heels together, saluting and hating life.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
A lot of people that we've met in the community catch-ups have kind of been stuck in either some social anxiety or depression and they're going through some hard things, whether it be from the grind or from whatever. But what's been really nice, and me being very open and honest about this, for these three guys, this is the trip of a lifetime. And don't get me wrong, I'm having a great time. But when people come to me like, oh, this must be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
For me, it's really hard to be away from my kids and my wife.
100%.
That is where like I gave up my career for.
He says that here, but as soon as we go off camera, he says how much
I hate my children. They're the worst. So what's encouraged me more is when we're out at these community meetups and the guys and girls that we're meeting, they're just doing little things now. Like, oh, we've just got together and we went sailing. Like they're doing little things. They're not changing their life completely, but they're being inspired to maybe just kind of
take on something new.
And that's one thing that's really important to do something or change something in your life. It doesn't need to be so drastic. It's just the tiniest little, I've never done that before. It's free. Maybe I will hike to that mountain or maybe 100%. I will walk there or maybe I will watch Dances with Wolves with Kevin Costner and see if it is a good film or not. So that's inspired me more about being on this trip because then it goes, you know what, it actually is helping a lot of people.
I want to say something to what you just told me. You guys know Steve Harvey?
Yep.
Steve Harvey.
Yes. Just
Family
so
Feud.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the American host of Family Feud.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He got his own TV show.
I heard a quote from him where he said, you gotta at least jump once in your life. It does not matter if you hit and fall or you like scratch your legs or scratch your arms, just at least once in your life, you gotta jump.
Yeah.
And doesn't matter in what, like you gotta, if it's like a new job opportunity, whatever it is in life, just at least once. So you can tell yourself, I tried.
Yeah.
Like I actually did try it instead of like being sad over you never actually gave it a try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can talk about this kind of stuff all day.
That's what I'm saying. Like at least once in your life, you just got to jump.
There's a YouTuber. His name's Truthless. He had I can't remember what YouTube video it was, but he had his mum on the video, and she does when people are on their like deathbed. She writes like a memoir of their life.
Yeah,
and she said no one spoke about their day to day. They spoke about when a change happened, or when they tried to do something, or they went on a holiday, or they went and did something new. No, if everyone if the majority of your life is just living the 9 to 5, then what you'll regret a lot of that time that you didn't take advantage of doing
100%.
something new or trying something new or spending more time with your kids or your friends.
100%.
And so that's why after all the grind that I've been doing, I'm like, I need to start doing stuff.
100%.
Because anything could happen to us. Like we could be driving on a highway and that's the end of us.
100.
You know,
100%. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe I wasn't meant to win the tournament, but on the other side, it was meant to be that I got some exposure.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just gotta be grateful for even the small things, right? I might not have won the tournament, but I won people's heart.
Yeah. I still think it's also important to like let people know that sometimes you do have to kind of grind through some stages of life, where especially if you're going to have kids' responsibilities. It's generally just growing up.
100%.
A stage of life. So not every part of life is always new, fun, and exciting. Sometimes there is that slow grind, and I think I don't know about you. You lived in a park for 7 days. you know,
He wanted to see what it felt like.
I know. But that's an important thing to say to people as well who are kind of might have been going through it is like you are supposed to go through the lows sometimes.
Yeah,
Or-
otherwise you can't appreciate the highs.
Correct.
You gotta hit the lows to be able to appreciate the highs.
Should we check time?
Yeah, I think we're actually ticking off. To
Okay,
it.
cool. So we might wrap this one up here, but we do a little bit of extra talk for the Patreons.
It's called the BPBs, the bonus podcast bits.
But before we do that, where can people find you?
On Twitch, on TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube.
And at the bottom of this link description in the of our YouTube page.
Tell us about your TikTok.
I mean, it's just like it's just shorts. It's just shorts that being.
Well, we talked to Mr. Gibbons.
Oh.
And he gave us the down low on how to be hot on TikTok.
I mean,
and
let me say
wanna
it like
get
this.
hot
Like,
on TikTok.
I'm genuinely like. Let me tell you something. Everyone who can succeed on TikTok doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna succeed on Twitch because that is two different. It is two different audience.
I want you and Mr. Gibbons to fight, but go on.
No. It's not that I'm gonna fight with anyone. I'm just saying like, you can get a lot of non-Twitch viewers watching your stuff on TikTok, but getting live views on Twitch is actually a lot harder.
Yeah.
Because non-gamers, let me say it like that, non-gamers, non-Twitch enjoyers, you know, average dude who doesn't watch Twitch
Me.
could watch TikTok.
Yeah.
Because it's
Take
just
that 7-second
scrolling,
clip,
just
yeah,
like
instead of
just
7
like
hours.
this, instead of someone who's actually just sitting near a PC and watch an entire stream.
Yeah.
So that's two different audience, and that's why if you want exposure on Twitch, you got to use your platform because at some point you're gonna catch those gamers who's actually using Twitch, and they're gonna come by and say hello on your live stream.
That's Glorious E discrediting Mr. Gibbon. If you're listening, Gibbo, you suck.
Mr.
Wow.
Gibbons is also.
He has a very thick accent as well, and he says instead of saying smoothie, he says schmoody. I love him. I actually want to make love to his eyes.
He's also very
Dude, he's
muscular.
very-
He spends a
very-
lot
I
of
saw
time
the
in the
picture.
gym as
He
well.
look-
It would
yeah,
be great to
he's-
watch you guys fight.
Yeah.
He looks
oiled
good
up.
too.
Yeah.
He looks good too.
He does. I'm going to make that a reel. We're putting that on TikTok as well. Of you being like, don't.
No, but let me be straight up though. I don't have any success on TikTok. Like I'm just using TikTok to get more exposure.
Yeah.
I'm not a TikTok.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think
I'm
that's
not.
helped him a lot as well.
100%.
All right, let's wrap this up. So, guys, make sure you go give Glorious a follow on his Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Don't miss any.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Glorious underscore E
No.
is what it is. So, from here, we're going to go do an extra portion of the podcast being the BPBs, the bonus podcast bits. We usually talk around about random shit for the
And
next 10 to 15 minutes.
I've got some rapid fire questions.
We're going to talk about mostly
I'm ready.
politics and religion. So,
Yeah.
He's
today-
also going to show off his biceps.
Yeah.
And Jared will
I
come
can
and
make
show
my
his abs.
titties
Anyway,
jump.
before death.